Gartner used to call it selective outsourcing, right? So it's finding the best partner for the best solution. I might call it best of breed, only to form the question. So best of breed outsourcing, whenever we do best of breed anything, it sounds good because you're like, yes, we're going to get the best partner for this specific thing. But then you could potentially split up your workloads across data centers you could have latency between them, you could have data sharing challenges. How do we make sure that the best of breed works? Is the technology that much different now that we can ensure that the latency isn't there, or the interoperability, say a Rackspace data center and an AWS data center? Can we architect that in?
Very well said, Bill. The architect, right? So it's essentially the foundational architecture in which you wanted to run the organization has to be rock solid in the way of how you look at it. You make the architecture as evolving principles in terms of what you are looking at, where the way you look at it is the best of breed solutions can get plugged in with an underlying structure of not compromising the posture in which you want to deliver end services. And you have to have that architecture in a manner that is agile, flexible, and really be efficient in the way of how you cater to the business. And the best of breed players, when they bring their solutions, they should fit in terms of your underlying strategy and underlying architecture. And we see that to be much more effective and almost organizations. This is what your strategy used to be when we were working, where you were laying down the foundational architecture and guiding principles. Those drive the way you work with various ecosystem players. And that sort of enables you in terms of, hey, do I have a rock solid approach of what cloud means? We all know cloud is not just one thing in terms of, hey, I work with XYZ players. It is a combination of a private cloud, public cloud, and edge, right? So you will get to see a different facets of it. You should be in a position to have an operating model that actually plugs into that kind of an ecosystem. And latency is not a concern these days with the type of networking technologies that we have in the marketplace. And from an ability of data, you just have to look at the architecture of how your data flows are and how you are actually putting your interoperability strategy for really enabling that exchange, and with an intent to drive your experience, overall end user experience that is not compromised in whatever shape or form. And it's all about the applications that comes down to, can the applications run within this particular architecture that I'm defining?